I started a new video series without even realizing. So this is the third video where I'm talking about Lightroom masks that I like to use in my portrait photography. And today I want to show you how to add a bit of bloom to your photos directly in Lightroom. I'm going to start with a large radial gradient on the upper part of my photo, and from it I'm going to subtract the subject because I'm going to do some clarity reduction, and I'm also going to intersect this mask with a luminance range mask. And while I'm clicking on a highlight right now, because I want to see the range of the mask, I'm going to move the entire mask to the left to include my midtones, and I'm just going to feather in my highlights because we don't want to affect them that much. And I'm doing this because bloom is usually happening around our highlights, but I don't want to affect my shadows because that would decrease the perceived sharpness of the entire image. So while making my selection, I'm making sure that this slider over here stays at 100 and also that this one doesn't pass much into my shadows. So my mask now looks like this, and in it I'm going to lower the texture, lower the clarity, and also reduce the sharpness, and I've done it quite significantly here for the purpose of this video, but usually I go to around -50. And in this mask I'm also using the midpoint in the tone curve, and I'm gonna bump it up just a bit to get that extra bit of bloom. And while this already has a nice effect, as you can see on your screens right now, we can tie everything together with another large radial gradient mask on the upper part of the image. And in this one, I'm just bumping up my exposure slightly and lowering the contrast by around 20 points. This way, I'm simulating both the bloom with the first mask and that little bit of flaring or contrast loss that's happening when you add a black mist filter on top of your lens. And finally, if we wanna use the same techniques for the highlights on our subject face or hair, we can do so by adding a brush mask in the first mask that we created and brushing just over the highlights like I'm doing right now on her hair and even a bit on her forehead. But make sure you don't do this on the entire skin of your subject because that's gonna ruin the skin texture. That was it for today. I hope you learned something, and if you like these advanced Lightroom tutorials, make sure to hit subscribe.